Hello everybody, how's it going? We are going to do a real quick flight, but interesting, in the Boeing, using self-loading cargo, GSX and SPAD. SPAD is software to help configure your controller to use with any type of aircraft known. As you can see, we have this hooked up with, if you look over here, I can now, with my controller, control the auto brake system, parking brake, and other features that I was not able to control. Now it's fully automated. I'm using the Thrustmaster Airbus system controller and throttle, and it works great with the Phoenix. However, at first I couldn't use everything on the Boeing, but now I can, even the reverse thrust. So I was still able to use the reverse thrust before SPAD. It was just something I had to do, a way I had to set it up, and then again it wasn't perfect. But we have that all set, and we got everything here ready to go. We're going to go in here and look at our charts to have that on screen. We're going to set self-loading cargo, tell it what we got for a flight plan. We've got the jetway set up, ready to go, and yeah. So it looks like it's going to be real fun. Everything's set up. We already talked to ATC. So we got our clearance delivery, all that stuff. And so let's start self-loading cargo. The last flight that I did streaming, flight simulator kind of crashed. It didn't totally lock up, but I couldn't use any of the controls or anything like that. I couldn't turn the autopilot on, or that shut down. All kinds of strange things happened. And, you know, leave it to Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? And at the same time, I was talking about how I might be changing over to P3D version 7. That's going to have the visual graphics of the scenery that this does, or even better, maybe. But, and I've had P3D before. I think I had version 4, I think it was. Before I switched over to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I have to say that it was very solid as far as didn't crash. I didn't hardly get any crashes whatsoever. Everything worked fine. Never had a problem with it. And so I think I might be switching over to that because of that. So, you know, yes, I'll have to purchase this aircraft from PMDG for P3D because this is not compatible with it, but it'll be the same aircraft, and I'm sure the experience will be a lot better. From day one's Flight Simulator 2020 has had nothing but problems from the day that it was released. I mean, it was even really filled with all kinds of problems, crazy things, and over the years they've been fixing this and that, and they still don't get everything you know, fixed completely. Even the ATC sucks. It doesn't know what it's doing. Sometimes it crashes. Sometimes you can't hear the ATC, and you only can hear your voice or the co-pilot's voice, or sometimes vice versa. You can only hear the ATC, and you can't hear your voice or the co-pilot's, and it's just really not that great. It's a faulty system. They haven't fixed it yet. I don't think they really give a shit. And the other thing is their forums are horrible. The support forums, you go there, you've got these moderators that have a chip on their shoulder, and they like to ban people if they don't like what you said, even if you didn't say anything that was bad at all. Even if you said something questioning their judgment, they will ban you just to punish you, and that's pretty bad. I already know more than a handful of people who've been banned from them because of that. That needs to be revamped. They need to do something about them, get rid of those moderators. Those moderators ain't really there to help anybody. They're there to help themselves, to go out there and feel like a king and just like bully on people. That's what they do. So, you know, maybe the right reports will be sent to the right people one day and then they'll be gone. But that's your only way of support is these forums, and then they're, you know, people who pay for this, they're not, you know, getting access anymore to ask for help or, you know, join in on the forums because of that. And what they'll do is if they want to ban you because maybe you insulted them or they felt that they didn't like what you said, they'll use too combative. They'll use that for a reason. That's like a template stamp label to give them a reason, to put the reason why they banned you, which is really not true. So that's what it's like there. So far, I haven't got banned, but I haven't talked to them much. If they say anything to me, I don't even say anything back, because knowing there are a bunch of assholes there and they're idiots. And I'm going to be switching over to P3D probably anyway, and I won't have to deal with them at all, or deal with the bullshit of this. So, I mean, that's how I feel. It sounds kind of salty, but, you know, when for 4 years, I think it's been 4 years that it's out, you're dealing with something that continuously crashes, has problems. They fix one thing and you get another problem, and you're spending more time debugging and trying to fix things than enjoying the software itself. That's unacceptable, and they should have never given Asobo the contract, Microsoft. They should have did it themselves. That's my opinion. I don't know how you feel about it. You can tell me. You can leave a comment in there. Let me know what you think. Have anything to say about what I said. But anyway, so let's start this off. We're going to start this off here, and we're going to, we'll set this for like a 30 minutes, I think. So we've got 21,000 feet. That's correct. 52 passengers. Yep. And then we're going to go to the services, set that up, and then we'll launch it, and they'll be online. So we're not going to have any food services, and we'll have alcohol and drinks only. No duty free. It's not a long flight. So we're ready to go. Let's hit this. And as soon as we load up GSX and tell it to request boarding, ground will automatically connect, because you'll notice that ground won't be connected right away. It'll just be the flight attendant saying, hey, hi, they're getting ready, and da-da-da-da. So, you know the spiel. You've probably seen it before, or you probably haven't. And so here it is. Here's the flight attendant.
Hello?
Hi, Captain. How are you?
Hi there. We're fine, thanks.
Great. We're just getting ready for departure, but if you need anything, just give me a call.
We're getting ready for departure. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
So what we're
No
going to
problem.
do is, now ground's not connected. It should stay that. Ground not connected. There it is right there. So what we'll do is we will get them to connect by request boarding.
Boarding requested.
There it is. Now you hear them connect. You can hear it. Now they'll contact me. Connect.
Ground to cockpit.
There they
Go
are.
ahead.
We're going to tell them we're going to start the APU.
Captain.
I usually
Thank you
do
for
that,
the
get
chip,
that out of the way right away. This is going to be half night
Crystal
flight,
clear.
by the way.
5 out of
We're
5.
going to leave during the day, and
Okay,
by the
Captain.
time we're there,
Radio
we're
check
at night
complete.
landing.
We'll contact you when we're ready to start loading.
Okay, good.
Roger.
So now I'm going to tell
Passengers
them
boarding
to...
started.
Cockpit to ground.
We're starting the APU. Yada yada. So go ahead.
Go ahead. We're starting the APU. Please stand by, as we'll be disconnecting from ground power shortly. Roger.
Now I'm going to turn on...
Hello.
Hi, Captain. We're ready to start boarding. Are we okay to begin?
Yes, you can start boarding.
Great. I'll let the rest of the crew know, and we'll get started as soon as the passengers start arriving. It could be a few minutes, though.
I'm using the voice to talk.
All stations, we're about to start boarding.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. We've started boarding. Passengers are coming through now.
Okay, that's nice. No delays. Short time taxi. Moderate weather. And departure.
Good afternoon from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you on board this afternoon's flight. I hope you're all well. We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 21,000 feet. We're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be underway very shortly. The cabin crew will start securing the cabin once the aircraft has pushed back from the stand. As we make our way to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. The weather is not looking particularly brilliant, so it might be a little uncomfortable at times as we climb to our cruise level. There's nothing to worry about. Just make sure you keep an eye on the seatbelt sign, and I'll turn it off once we're in clearer air. Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so nothing to worry about there. The wind forecast during our cruise looks very favorable, so we expect to arrive on time at our destination, but we will of course keep you up to date should there be any changes. We'll be making a departure just as soon as the ground crew finish loading the baggage into the hold of the aircraft. If you can get seated and secured with your belts on in the meantime, that will speed things up nicely. Thank you very much for flying with us, and I hope you enjoy the flight.
Look at the APU gen, that's fine.
Thank you.
So now we
Go ahead.
cross over to that.
It sort of seems good. Nothing to report.
Alright. And so now we can
Please
go
disconnect ground power.
Self-loading
ground
Stand by,
power.
Please place your large bags into the overhead locker wheels first.
Ground
Now
power.
we're on
Keep your small
the
items under the seat in front of you.
and
Please
everything
leave your
looks
laptops,
good. They're still
handbags,
loading.
duty-free and loose items of clothing.
There we are.
Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling
Go
all
ahead.
remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready
Hi,
for
Captain.
departure.
Just a quick update to let you know that we started loading. We'll send the final load
Thank
sheet
you
up
for
once
observing
we're
this policy.
Yeah, they're loading.
Roger.
Alright. We will request a pushback when we're ready and get out of here. And we can request a taxi. But probably not. Here we go. Yeah, we can.
Seattle ground Delta 450 with India ready to taxi
And
IFR.
they'll tell us where we're going. I believe that we're going to come out this way
Delta 450, clear
and
to
go
Eugene
this
Airport
way.
this
I
mile.
think our
Take off
runway
runway 34
is
right
that
climb
way.
and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 120 decimal for squawk 6736.
So, yeah. So that's it. That is correct. And we got to acknowledge that.
Taxiing, hold short runway 34 right, using taxiway Bravo Delta 450.
So we got how many loaded? 20 out of 57. We're almost
Delta
there.
450, cleared to Eugene Airport is filed. Take off runway 34 right climb and maintain
It's
7,000
repeating
feet.
itself. See what I mean?
Departure on 120 decimal for squawk 6736.
So, I mean, it's repeating everything. Shouldn't have done that. We got the taxi ready. We just contact the tower already. Sometimes I don't even use the ATC system at all. I wish I could just disable it and turn it off. That would be incredible. But P3D ATC system is 100 times better than this. Like I said, I had version 4 before. It was flawless. I didn't have any bugs or anything like that. I really didn't.
2061 taxi to the gate.
And it was flawless. It was pretty damn good. And it does have more realistic feeling of flight because it is actually based on student and real simulator flighting. It's not meant for entertainment. It even has a disclaimer that you're not supposed to use it for that. Which people do. They don't care. They're not going to say anything, even if they know you are. But, yeah, it's all that much better. So 7's on its way out. It's going to be out sometime this summer, maybe. I believe version 7. I think. Last time I looked, a while ago when I looked, but when it does come out, I'm going to take a look at it, look at the reviews, and if I like it, I'll do the switch I'll throw one big bag of money right into that and, you know, get the professional version and throw the money into the new aircraft for that simulator. Delete Microsoft Flight Simulator off my system altogether, and that will be it. I'll even probably break open a bottle of champagne. And I'm going to do it live too. So watch for that. I'm going to do that with my Sony camera. Have a couple friends over. And we'll do a live broadcast of Switch. Saying good riddance to Asobo. It is what it is, folks. I wouldn't have this salty attitude if it wasn't for all the bullshit that I had to go through with this. So, you know, if I would have known then what I know now, I probably wouldn't have purchased this and waited. Most definitely. Matter of fact, the military is going to be using PTD for their sim training, not Asobo. They're very smart. So what do we got here? We're pretty much almost loaded. Yep.
Round cockpit. Go ahead. Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now.
Alright.
We'll contact you once the aircraft is closed up, then we'll get to you.
Well, I'm going to close it up
Roger.
right now. I'm going to remove the jetway, and I'm going to close the doors.
Hello? Hi, Captain.
I'm going to release.
Okay, we've received the load sheet from ground. There's the passenger count, the crew count, and the total souls count. Plus yourselves, of course.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, looks like we're all set to go whenever you're ready.
Excellent. I'll instruct ground that we're ready to remove the jetway, and you can go ahead and close the doors.
No problem.
I shall be ready to... As soon as the doors are closed. Be right back, folks.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're ready to disconnect.
Pin straight ahead.
Thanks very much. Pin straight ahead, and we'll see you again soon.
Alright.
Cabin crew, arm the doors, please.
Alright. On the doors. And we can request pushback. We'll turn our taxi lights on. Our runway lights. Not our runway lights. Oh yeah, runway lights. Then landing lights after. I'll have the packs on off. For starting.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
All right. Things are looking good. This will be the first time that I
Ladies and
use
gentlemen,
SPAD
we now ask for your attention while we take
controller
you through the
system
safety procedures on this
in an
aircraft.
actual flight.
A safety
I did
card
test
is in
a
your
quick
seat
short
pocket
flight,
showing you
takeoff and
exit
landing on the
exit
same
life
runway.
jackets and brace
inserted.
position, which you must adopt if you hear brace. Brace. There are 2
So-
emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from
Locking
above
gear.
you. Pull a mask towards you to start
Now we
the
have
oxygen.
to, just,
Put
I
the
have that
mask
set
over
to
your nose and
SPAD,
mouth.
you
Hold
have
in
to
place with a strap
actually
and pull on each side to adjust.
push on your
Put on
brakes,
your own
hold the
mask
brakes with
before
your
helping
feet
others.
before you engage the
If we
parking
land
brake.
on water, take the life jacket
Otherwise
from under
it'll
your
just
seat.
flip back
Put it over
into
your
on
head.
position.
Pass the
So
tapes around your
when we
waist.
do
Click
that, so we're
together
going to
and
have
pull the strap to adjust.
the
Do not
tail
inflate it inside the
to
aircraft.
the
When
left,
outside,
nose
inflate
to
by pulling
the
the top.
right.
If it fails to inflate or needs
That's
topping
the way
up,
we want
blow
to
is
go.
Release
routine.
parking brakes, please.
There is
So
a light
we're
and
gonna
whistle
turn
for
on our
attracting
brake.
attention. We also carry
Release the
flotation aids
parking
for
brake.
children.
There it is.
Commencing
Your tray
push.
table must now be stowed.
All engines
Armrest
clear.
down,
Start
window
at
blinds
will.
open and seatbelt
Okay,
fastened.
so we're ready to start
We wish
engines,
you a
and what I'm
pleasant
going
flight,
to
and thank
do
you for flying with
is
self-loading
I'm
cargo.
going to hold the button. Watch, I'm not going to be using my mouse to turn that on. I'm going to hit that over there when it's ready, and here we are. And then now I'm going to engage that one, engine 2, and wait for that to turn on the valve for that. And we get the valve on for that, and that should still normally over here shut off when it is done. And so we're all set at that. And I have the switch where I can select between 1 and 2 on the engines over here, but I just keep them to both. No reason to just switch to either one or the other. And just one of them turned off, there it is, and the other one's ready there. And so here we are. And I think I went the wrong way, but that's okay. I will go around this way. My mistake. It happens. Okay, we could stop right here, and then it'll ask us if we want to put our parking brake on. We don't have to actually apply the brakes to put the parking brake on. That you don't have to do. And so they are finishing up, and we'll apply the parking brake as soon as they say to.
Please set parking brakes.
There we go. It was rolling a little bit. I should have held the foot brake anyway. So we got a full engine start, everything's there good. We're going to put up a notch of flaps so we don't hear no buzzing when we take off. Verify takeoff speeds. It is verified. That's exactly what I want them as. Yes, that is perfect. So, even though it's not what it thinks it is, but that's what I want it as. So, we'll turn on our landing lights as soon
Unlocking gear.
as we get to the runway. And now we can turn our packs back on. We've got a barometer set. Everything is good.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
And she's telling us everything is secured. Yep.
Hello.
Hi, Captain.
Yes, you can
Everyone's
take your
seated
seats,
and
sir.
secured for takeoff.
You can take your seats now. We're almost ready.
No problem.
Okay. She's
All stations,
going
please be
to
seated for takeoff.
wave at us if she already did and I missed it. Yep, she did. I was too busy with other things. Here we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to hold the brake. There we go. By the way, we could switch to our generators. Turn the APU off. We don't need the APU gens on. We can even verify that our generator is giving the voltage that we need. So here we are, heading out to our runway. So the SPAD software seems to work very well. Exactly what I expected. I'm on the 14-day trial, by the way, for this, and I'm going to buy it. I just want to try it to see if I have any problems, because if I did, then I'll say, I'll just deal with it as it is, but it seems to be very good. Now I don't need it when I use the Airbus because this is the Airbus throttle system, but there may be some creative things I can do with it and make changes, so that's something to think about. But I never had a problem with the Phoenix using it. Everything worked. So, yeah. I think that I'm going to continue to use it. And plus it'll come in handy with other aircraft. And I'm going to be buying the 777 aircraft when it comes out. Not for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's going to be for PD7. Yeah, P3D version 7. So I'm going to hold off on that. Even if it came out tomorrow, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to wait till version 7 P3D comes out. That's basically what I'm going to do. I think I'm very serious. It will take something dramatic for me not to get it and switch over. So, and obviously that could have a couple bugs within it, but I doubt very much to be much at all. Everything has bugs when it first comes out. You always have to anticipate that, but not 4 years later when something came out. And this thing had holes in it all over the place. It was like, you know, pretty much falling apart. They should have just rebuilt it from the ground up because it's had so many problems. It was just like pretty much falling apart. Now P3D is not going to be like that. It might have a couple bugs and they'll address it, they'll fix it, that'll be it. You won't be having these problems like 2 years later, 3 years, or even 4 years later. No way, no how. Like I said, I had version 3 from the day it came out. Had it for a while. It was great. It did have one bug when it first came out, but they eradicated that bug. They fixed it very, very quickly. I mean, I'm talking very, very
Seattle
fast.
Tower Delta 450
So
ready for
we're going
departure
to
runway
announce
34 right IFR to Eugene.
holding position.
Delta 450, hold short.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that we are currently holding position.
On final.
Air traffic control require us to park here until other aircraft vacate
Hold
the
short runway
taxiway.
tree for right Delta
It should only take a
450.
few moments, then we can get
Now
going.
this is a time
Thank you.
where something is really on final. So we will give it a minute. See what the hell is on final. I see it right there, I think. Or right there. Yeah. Not there, that's something else way over there. So something is on final over here. And here it is right there, I believe. There it comes. Yep. So, yeah. Something really is on final. Here it is. And they'll give us the go-ahead. We're going to turn our runway lights on.
Delta 544, turn next taxiway.
1 Delta. Delta landing, Delta taking off. Come on, give us the clearance. Clearance for takeoff, please. So this is going to be a nighttime flight for the most part. Like I said, half day, half night, but we're just going to have to wait. Unless, of course, there's...
Delta 727.
Cleared for takeoff runway
Oh,
34
we're cleared.
right Delta 450.
So, hold the brake. Hit the parking brake off. There we go. We are ready to go. And we will turn our auto brake to RTO. And this will be a very long runway, so we have plenty of time. We could do a rolling takeoff. Here we go. Full toga.
80 knots.
80 knots.
Yep.
100 knots.
Maintain E2.
Here we go.
Positive rate of climb.
There's the gear going up.
Positive rate, gear up.
Fix our trim a little bit so we don't climb too quick. Turn our autopilot on, and then turn our LNAV on.
Good day.
And then now we're at 1,500 feet. We can
Going to 120
bring our
decimal
flaps
for
all the
Delta
way up. We don't
450.
need any more flaps.
Seattle
And we
departure
will
Delta
turn on our
450
auto
is at
throttle.
2,000 feet, climbing
Set to
7,000 feet.
235.
Traffic. Delta 450, Seattle, departure altimeter.
We could set our own.
16 radar contact. Continue to dodge.
2,500 feet per minute will be good enough. And we're turning with our departure. So everything seems to be working good. We could turn off our parking, our taxi lights. Don't need those on. We could release the cabin crew.
Cabin crew, you're free to move around the
Welcome
cabin.
everybody.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you're enjoyed flying with us so far.
Climb Climb and maintain flight level
Ladies and
200
gentlemen,
Delta
please keep
450.
your seatbelts fastened while the seatbelt sign is on.
We're currently climbing up
We
to our
recommend
cruising
that you keep
altitude of
your seatbelt
21,000
fastened
feet,
whenever
so I
you
thought
are
I'd give you a quick update.
Toilets are located at
We're
each end
expecting
of
to
the
arrive on
cabin.
time as planned.
Remember
Progress
that
is going very
smoking
well.
is not permitted at any
You'll
time.
next hear from me just before we
This
start our
includes
descent.
e-cigarettes.
I'll be sure to
In
keep
just
you
a few
updated if
moments,
anything
we'll commence
changes,
our
but in the
in-flight
meantime,
service,
please feel
offering
free
you
to
the
relax
chance to
and take
purchase from
advantage
our
of our
selection
onboard
of fresh
facilities.
food available today.
Thanks very much.
All details can be found in your in-flight brochure.
I hate it
You
when
can
it does
also purchase
that.
a selection of hot beverages
I'm
together
gonna
with
get
drinks
a,
and snacks from the bar. We accept payment
system
in pounds,
here,
euros,
hardware,
most major currencies
where I
and
can
debit
turn it
or
by
credit
hand.
cards.
Don't
The
have to deal
correct
with
change
that.
would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further
They have
assistance,
a real
then
nice
just
one
ask
that I
us
was
as we
looking
join you in
at.
the cabin shortly. Thank you.
And so we're coming up over the clouds. Everything looks good. We can actually tell them to start serving drinks because they're getting thirsty. So we got some heavy turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to serve our drinks menu.
Delta 450.
Choose from our menu of hot
Seattle
tea
Center
and
on
coffee
128
or a number of soft
flight.
drinks.
Good
Please
day.
make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the
Going
aisle.
to
Thank you.
128.5 Delta 450. Seattle
Good
Center
afternoon
Delta
once again from the
450
cockpit.
is at
I hope you're enjoying the flight
9,100
so
feet,
far.
climbing flight level 200.
Just a quick broadcast to let you know that we will be keeping the seatbelt signs on for a few more minutes as we make our way through some bumpy air up ahead during our climb.
16 radar. Contact. Continue to ramp.
Okay, we are at 10,000 and we can shut off. Runway and landing lights. Don't need any of those.
Delta 1408
And
traffic
things
is
are
10
going
o'clock 4
good
miles
through our
at
departure. Now we can
2,900
pick up
feet
our
generic.
speed. We can bring it
Report
to
them in sight.
335 knots.
Delta 1408 have the traffic.
Everything so far so good. Beautiful sunset. But it will be getting dark soon, and they're complaining of the moderate turbulence. Yep. We have our passengers there that are probably thirsty, but they're already drinking, so they've been served already. That one's thirsty and not serving. He's looking out the window, so request a drink because you're very thirsty, and he's drinking, so that's fine. So that one's hungry, but he's not going to get any food because we're not serving food. So sad, too bad. Oh, wait a minute, is that one drinking? Nope, that one's not drinking, and should request a drink. So
Delta 1408 descend and maintain
that one too.
5,000
That one's
feet.
sleeping. We should wake him up, but we can't. So another drink. So we got people monitoring passengers
Delta 1408.
and one finishing serving drinks.
Delta 1408 descend and maintain 4,000
They
feet.
should have more. Everybody should be serving the drinks to help out.
Delta
they're not.
450, contact Seattle
And
Center
that one's
on
drinking.
126.6.
That one's
Good day.
drinking. That one's thirsty, so we'll have them order a drink.
126.6 Delta 450.
That one's very thirsty.
Goodbye.
Order a drink.
Seattle Center Delta 450 is passing
Another sleeping one.
16,100 feet, climbing flight level 200.
I'm actually climbing to
Delta
210, not
450, Seattle
200.
Center altimeter 30.16 radar. Contact continue to Harrop.
That one's reading a magazine and not
Air
drinking.
Canada 559er descend and maintain flight level 340.
So that one too. It's like half of them are thirsty.
Climb and maintain flight level 340. Air Canada 559er. Air Canada 559er. Contact Seattle Center on 128.5. Good day. Delta 450 climb and maintain flight level 210.
We're already doing that.
Going to 128.5 Air Canada 559er.
Climb and maintain flight level 210 Delta 450.
So we've gone through all the passengers, I think. Yep. And so that covers that. We're almost at our cruising altitude. Yep, 210, we are there. So we're going to be getting right up into 335 knots. And we're going to announce that we have reached our cruising altitude. Oh,
Good afternoon once again from the
we're on
cockpit.
schedule.
I hope you're
Doesn't
enjoying
have
the
that,
flight so far. Just to keep you updated, we look to be making good progress and are expecting to arrive on time as planned. We'll keep you posted if anything changes, but in the meantime enjoy the remainder of the flight and I'll speak to you again once we're about to start our
So
descent.
far, so good. Looks
Thanks
good.
a lot.
And we can see on our map our flight plan. That way you can see where we're going. We're going here, down here. So we're making good progress. And we're above the clouds. That's why I picked 210. I knew what the ceiling was. And picked it just above the clouds.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
like the view.
In a few
Looks
moments,
good.
we
Don't
will be
even need
starting
to
our
go to
in-flight movie.
36,000 or anything
If you
like
require
that.
headphones,
It's a
please
short
contact
flight,
the flight attendant, and we'll be
so
happy
that's
to
why
help.
I chose that.
For those of you who brought your own, you can plug them into the
So,
armrest to the side of you. Choose
There,
channel 11 on the in-flight entertainment system.
two of them are serving
Thank
drinks,
you.
which is great. So hopefully they won't be getting thirsty anymore, but who knows. So if you look at this one's over here halfway through, and this one should be down here somewhere. Nope, they're there. So this one is serving this section. And this one is serving this section. We don't have anybody serving this section, but you know, they'll get to it. I think this person is going to serve this section as well. And you got passengers monitoring, and so what we do is we'll go over here, actually over here, and we'll see they need to order a drink. I thought I went through that, but I guess I didn't. And order another drink. So this one will start attending to them and give them a drink. That'll help things go along a little bit faster. Actually, we'll give them a drink too.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
And this one too. That didn't take, come on. How many times do I have to click it?
Skywest Tree 15 descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
They should be getting a drink because I told them to already order one, so I don't know
Ladies
what
and
happened
gentlemen,
with that.
we are about to start one of our in-flight movies. If you'd like to watch, please plug in your headphones and select channel 18 from your armrest remote. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the film.
See, these are the ones that are thirsty. So everything is all set there. So now we got people attending to passengers. There's probably about 7 of them. That'll go down quick. They'll go down there and serve them. If they don't take it, then too bad. Can't do anything about that. And they're all attending to passengers.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
And we can soon tell them to start the alcohol. Probably do it right after the drinks are done. So here's the one serving drinks. She's there. She'll be going here. I bet you this one is thirsty. There it is right there. And someone attended to them already, but they're still thirsty. So this flight attendant will actually go here and ask them for a drink. And let's see what he says. Right there. Come on. I really need this drink. Alright, so then hopefully he'll be drinking. There he is, he's drinking. For some reason, if you tell them to order one and they attend to them, they don't give them a drink. That's a bug. So this one is right here, and she's gonna serve these two, and then move down here, serve that one, that one. They'll go by fairly quickly. And this one finished serving drinks, and she's going down here to the kitchen and gonna clean the drinks tray. And that's her right there. Then she'll go to monitoring passengers. She won't go help serve these lazy bitch.
Skywest Tree 15, descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
So watch. So here, kitchen, clean the drink tray. Yeah, the drink trolley, she's cleaning it. And that'll be it. And then she'll go right to monitoring passengers. There it is. Lazy bitch. Go ahead, monitor the passengers. Don't help this poor girl serving drinks to everybody. She's gonna move over here and serve him. Here she is. She's gonna look right there. There's no one there. Then she's gonna go down to here.
Skywest.
Nothing there. And then serve
Delta
him.
450. Contact
And
Seattle Center on
he is
124
thirsty.
decimal 2.
He's already drinking. So that one worked.
Going to 124.2 Delta 450.
So
Seattle Center, Delta 450, flight level 210.
Delta
So there
450
we are.
Seattle Center radar contact continue.
kind of boring to watch. But anyway, that's why they're almost done. She'll start going to the kitchen like the other one did after these are served. That'll probably be about 3 minutes. And that'll be the end of that. But you know what? We could start the alcohol service. Now watch, this one's going to go to the intercom, top one. There she is. Scarlett Freeman is the head attendant. She's going to go to an intercom. There she is right there. She'll probably go up there. Right there she is. She's going to go to that intercom right there. We started serving alcohol.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to serve our
And then
alcoholic
she'll
drink
start
selection.
serving the alcohol.
Please make sure your tray table is in the
See,
down
that's
position
gonna
and
be
clear
her
any items from
route.
the aisles.
She's gonna
Thank
go
you.
to this kitchen, pick up the alcohol, and then go this way. Make her way this way. There she is, coming down. There she is right there. She's coming down there. She's going to go all the way to this kitchen. Here is the kitchen here. But what she should do is actually go to this kitchen and fucking serve that way. So I would get out of my cockpit, kick her in the ass, and tell her to work more efficiently. That's kind of funny. Okay, cleaning a drinks trolley. She's done serving drinks. This will go away. That just did. Now she's going to monitor the passengers, though. She's not going to serve alcohol. Only 2 of them will. So, depending on how many flight attendants you got, it is what it is. And we can see where we are. Alright, so let's take a look at where we are on the map. So there we are. Oh yeah, we're going to be descending probably right around here. So we can actually bring the speed down to 235 knots. We're going to announce the 10 minutes
Hi, Captain.
Just to let you know that there's around 10 minutes to go before we start descending.
No problem.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you're enjoyed flying with us so far. We'll be starting our descent in approximately 10 minutes. The arrival weather forecast is looking good, so it should be a nice easy approach into the airport. We're not expecting any delays, so we should be able to land fairly quickly. Once we do begin descending, please listen carefully to the cabin crew and pay special attention to their instructions and also the seatbelt sign, which I will be illuminating before landing.
within SPAD.
Thanks very much for flying with us, and I'll speak to you again shortly.
Flaps, arms, see that? And then I can go down to the rest of my, so I'm going to help this slow down. Here we are. Here we have it. And our progress right here will probably be actually descending. Well, how long does it take to get to this waypoint here that it's going to? It says it's going to be 0141. It's going to be 3 minutes. This will be like 6 minutes, 10 minutes probably around here. That'll be a little bit too soon. So we will start, either way, we're going to start our descent right just after this, probably right around here. Regardless if we have an accurate descent or not, I don't care. I hit a button there. I believe if you hit that with the right mouse button, it'll show that. So anyway, that's how we're going to do it. Is beautiful. I was hoping it's going to be a night landing. I think it will. I mean, it's been like 30 minutes so far. I looked at it to be an hour flight, but maybe my calculations were incorrect. It may still be an hour because you get time for descending and then approaching and then arrival. So yeah, so that sounds about right. About an hour. So it'll be dark, I believe, by the time we get to our runway. If not, it'll be dusk. So So it changed the time that we arrive at that to 0142. It said 0141, I think, something like that. So, you know, lost about a minute because of the speed change, but not a big deal. But I did have to slow it down because we would have had to start descending very early with a steep descent. So I want to have a nice, normal, slow descent.
Alaska 808 descend and maintain flight level 300.
So we'll probably descend to like 6,000 feet. Get that ready. Hopefully we won't have a bug and have Microsoft Flight Simulator pulling in its bullshit. I did a restart on my computer and cleaned all the temporary files out, so there should be no reason that this has any problems. But if it does, then the reason would be that it's Microsoft Flight Simulator. That would be my only response that I could say to that. So, pretty simple. And that went up another minute. Over here it said 43. So, we'll see what happens. So we're taking our left turn to our next waypoint, and then shortly after there, start our descent. Here's our left turn. My guess is that the sun will be pretty much set by the time we're on approach. Let's see, are people still requesting drinks? Yes. What kind of service they're requesting, I have no idea, but there's no more drinks or alcohol. It's all done. Another bug. Steve said he was going to fix this. I'm not sure how long it'll take. But and we can see on the map where we're at. Another minute or so, we'll start our descent. And we will set our vertical speed. Start our descent now. It's 0145. We'll be good to go. We're not thirsty anymore. Good flight. There it is. Put our speed brakes on and start our descent. We'll start off with 2,000 feet per minute. And we will set our first flaps so we don't exceed 250 knots. Matter of fact, we could slow it down to 200 knots. If it will go that slow, it might drop.
Cabin crew, prepare the cabin for landing.
Climb and maintain flight level
Climb
gentlemen,
and maintain
you
flight
notice,
level 210 Delta 450.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be
notice
landing.
we began in the
Please
center.
ensure your cabin bag is safely
It
stowed
is a
with your
service
laptop
provisions
inside.
error again.
Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish,
We don't
newspapers
want to
or
do
magazines
cease
that you
take
do
off
not want to
just
take
yet
with you.
because
The toilets are no longer in service. Thank you.
we'll say that we didn't give them enough adequate time. Yeah, so the announcement of we began our descent.
Delta 450, please expedite your climb. Flight level 210.
Descent, we didn't do the announcements, the descent. So that was my error. So we're going to say the 6,000 feet. We're going to decrease.
Seattle Center Delta 450. Request 11,000 feet.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet Delta 450.
So now we could do that again. So we decrease by 5,000 feet.
Seattle Center Delta
6,000
450. Request 6,000 feet.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect 6,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect 6,000 feet Delta 450.
So here we are on the map. Getting very close to our approach. We should be at 6,000 feet. No problem.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet
Exactly
Delta
what I wanted,
450.
So we're going to make sure that these are locked.
Delta 450, contact
They are.
Seattle Center on 125.8.
Make sure the Wi-Fi is
Today.
suspended. There we go.
Going to 125.8 Delta 450.
Oh, that was a bit of a turbulent hit.
Seattle Center Delta 450 is at 11,500 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
Delta 450, Seattle Center altimeter tree 0.1 tree radar. Contact continue to WOUDS.
This has some complaints over here. Wi-Fi suspended. Yes, it was. I already did that. But, you know, whatever. Arrival punctuality? I didn't get there yet, but okay, we have to, I'm going to get the landing lights problem too, because I didn't do it exactly at 10,000 feet, but yeah,
Southwest
that's bullshit
4362,
too.
descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Firsthand, I can tell you, pilots sometimes don't even get to the landing lights till they're like 5,000 feet. There's no such thing as landing lights have to be turned off once you reach 10,000 feet, and they have to be turned on once you get to 10,000 feet descending. That's bullshit. There's no such rule. This is just what people think. I'm looking at like single engine planes, like Cessna 172, never goes 10,000 feet. Doesn't have oxygen, doesn't have cabin pressure, doesn't have any of that. Never hits 10,000 feet. They turn the landing lights off right away. As soon as they take off and they hit like 3,000 feet or something, or 2,000, not even that. They turn that right off. And then when they come in for a landing, it doesn't matter the altitude. Altitude has nothing to do with it. It's what their procedure is at the time. So just to let you guys know, so we can hit our approach I'm going to bring down the landing gear, create more drag, bring it in slower, and bring another notch of flaps. 160 is a good speed for right now. Applied slope, ILS will engage fairly soon. So we're going to hit the data on that. We want the data. We want to have airport on there. And we can hit another notch of flaps. By the way, the Boeing has more flap slots than the Airbus. So when you move this down each notch on the Airbus system, it goes two notches rather than one. And that's because there's more flap settings on the Boeing than there is on the Airbus. So we can bring this down to 50. 50 knots. We'll go full flaps when we get really closer.
Alaska 753 descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
And we can see here
Alaska 753 descend and maintain
there.
12,000 feet.
And we can hit airport. So I'm going to answer her. Take your seats.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are seated and secured for landing.
We're almost ready, actually, so you can take your seats now.
No problem.
Okay, so we're going to go
All
another
stations,
notch of
landing
flaps.
position, please.
Bring this down to 145.
Alaska 753 descend and maintain 11,000
Get
feet.
our taxi lights on so we're on when we get to the ground.
United Tree 29er, descend and maintain flight level 240.
So we're in good shape. We'll be taking a slight left turn and straight ahead. We can bring down our altitude to 3,000. I'll bring it to 4,000. How's that? That sounds a little better.
Alaska 753 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
There we go.
Alaska 753 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
This will tell us on the glide slope where we should be and where we're at. There is some mountains over there that we have to get over. So, and we are here. We're going to be making a left turn out there.
Delta 450, you are 900 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet,
Shut up.
altimeter 30.12.
Climb and maintain 6,000 feet Delta 450.
Decrease by 2,000 feet, buddy. We want 4,000 feet.
Seattle Center, Delta 450. Request 4,000 feet.
They'll probably deny that.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 4,000
Nope,
feet.
they didn't. Surprised.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet
We're gonna
Delta
hit the
450.
terrain. Actually, we'll hit the terrain on this one. Now we'll make sure we're not too low. Over the mountains. I don't think we are. I think we're at the perfect altitude.
United Tree 29er, descend and maintain flight level 200.
For our approach. And see this Wi-Fi wasn't suspended. Well, it was partially, but they wasn't in time for them. They wanted me to do it quicker. Landing lights, see, we're not switched on when you landed the aircraft. I didn't land, idiot. So they were on when I landed, because they're on now. Okay. It's just that they're complaining that it wasn't on.
Delta 450, you are tree 8 miles north. Climb and
within
maintain
their
17,000 feet.
time
Expect
frame
ILS
of when
runway
they think their
16 right
landing lights
approach
should
by
be turned
Charlie
on.
Victor Oscar transition. Cleared to Charlie Victor Oscar.
But like I said, that's a bullshit procedure.
Climb
That
and maintain
is not always
17,000
the
feet.
case.
Expect ILS runway 16 right approach via Charlie Victor
It's up
Oscar
to the
transition.
captain's
Clear to Charlie
discretion
Victor
when he
Oscar
turns the
Delta
landing lights on. They
450.
go by a checklist. The checklist for the landing lights come after descent. And so sometimes they're below 10,000 feet, 6,000, 8,000, whatever, and then they turn the landing lights on. Or sometimes they don't even do it right till they're starting their approach. Then they'll turn the landing lights on. It's all a matter of
United Tree 29er, descend and maintain 17,000 feet.
when they're ready to do it. So bring this to 135.
United Tree 29er, descend and maintain 17,000 feet.
So we got the interesting approach.
Delta 450, please expedite your climb 17,000 feet.
Yeah, right. There's Microsoft Flight Simulator for you. Expedite your climb to 17,000 feet, just a few miles before you're at the airport. Really? Yeah, okay. I'm going to go straight up and then straight down. I'm going to give these passengers a ride of the hell of their life. A hell ride of their life. Yeah. We're not in the fucking space shuttle, lady.
United Tree 29er, descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Now I believe this airport that you're looking at
Delta
is the one we
450,
go by
please expedite your
and then
climb
land at our
17,000
destination
feet.
airport. So if I'm not mistaken, let me take a look. Okay, yeah, see, we're not landing at this airport, yeah. So that's going to be deceptive.
United Tree
We're turning
29er,
here
descend and maintain 14,000
and
feet.
landing at this airport right over here. We're going to turn in. This is just a passing. So you can wave to everybody there. I thought it would be beautiful. Seattle's beautiful at night. That's why I wanted to do a night landing. And it is night. Nighttime, pretty much. So I did calculate this pretty accurately.
Delta 450, please expedite your climb 17,000 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right on that. Look at that. That looks awesome.
United Tree 29er, descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
That's the other thing. I would never use a simulator that doesn't have 4K visual graphics that this does. Get spoiled on it. And yes, we have enough fuel, and it's just warning us all to do the fuel too, because it's 30 days let's see. We got more than enough fuel to land. We could actually probably fly another hour.
United 329er descend and maintain. Delta 450, please expedite your climb 17,000 feet.
Yeah, I'll be right on that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cancel the IFR.
Seattle Center, Delta 450.
So I don't have to listen
Cancel
to her.
IFR at this time.
And then,
Delta 450 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR.
and then what I'll do is I'll request for
Frequency change
landing.
approved. Good day.
Let her announce.
Cascade approach Delta
reply.
450 is type Boeing 737 4 miles north of Kilo Charlie Victor Oscar 4,000 feet. Request flight following.
Squawk
Delta 450, Cascade approach.
0207.
Squawk 0207.
There we go.
Squawk 0207 Delta 450.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is...
Delta 450 radar contact 3 miles north
Yeah,
of Kilo
I know
Charlie
what
Victor
the
Oscar
altimeter is.
4,000 feet. Altimeter tree 0.12.
Okay, so let her say here.
Roger
bullshit.
Delta 450.
And then now, Seattle. We'll find Seattle. I mean, we're almost on top of it now, so... Seattle-Tacoma, I believe. It's not in the list here. We're almost on top of it. I mean, can you be serious about that? It is not on this list. Not on this list. Not on this list. Not on this list. And not on this list. It'll show up. But we're going to be hooking up to our glide slope in a second. I mean, this is where it is. Not here. Probably like 1 mile and it'll show up. Fucking Microsoft. Unbelievable. This is so we can request a landing. Come on, show up. We're almost there. I mean, I could show you right in the visual where we're at. And that is right there. I mean, we should be able to contact them. Absolutely. As soon as we take our right turn, we'll be right on final, pretty much. And Seattle is not in this list. Oh, there it is right there. So,
Eugene Tower Delta
stop.
450 is 18 miles north 4,000 feet with Echo to land.
My mistake. I was looking for Tacoma.
Delta 450 Eugene Tower. Altimeter tree 0.12 when 298
Fly
up
straight in runway 16 right, Delta 450.
on the cloud slope. So there it is right there. So we're at the pretty much the right altitude to catch this. You can bring it down. $3,500. Good there. Right about there is good. The approach will kick right in. Should be kicking in right now. Turn that on. Not that that'll have anything to do with that, but if you're going, there it is, that went off. Boom. That is kicked on. We are now on ILS approach. And we will disengage our autopilot once we're close enough. Now I thought clouds were going to be a little lower over here from when I saw the weather, but that must have changed. I might have been looking at a different time, and not this time. So obviously, yeah, they changed. So we have a good ceiling for this landing. So totally beautiful. I love a night landing at an airport. When I used to fly the Piper Cherokee 140, the Piper Warrior, the 4-seater engine, used to be at the Beverly Flight Center. I used to fly quite a bit at night, do my landing at usually at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and sometimes even later than that, when there was no ATC there, they would go home and you would have to click into a frequency and key up on the mic, keep pressing on the mic really rapidly. You get the lights to turn on. Actually, the pilots could turn the lights on so you could see, and then you would announce that you're coming in for a landing. There's no ATC, but that lets anybody else know who's planning on doing the same thing, so they know what's going on. And so sometimes when I just fly by it at night and it wasn't really going in for a landing, just to check it out, be on my left side or something, and I would flick the mic at the frequency to turn the lights on to see it. But that was, interesting. But a lot of times at night too, they were there. I think they close at midnight or something like that, or 11 o'clock actually it was. But sometimes it'd be there 1 in the morning, and 1 in the morning there's nobody there, so you'd have to get onto the proper frequency to activate the lights and key up on the mic rapidly a few times to activate it. And
Delta 450, wind 255, entry.
that was pretty cool.
Clear to land runway 16 right.
But I always used to like to see the lights. It was
Clear to land
great.
runway 16 right, Delta 450.
Now with a small aircraft like that Piper Warrior, once you're almost down right on final above the numbers and stuff, you can't really see anything because the lights are so far spread out for larger aircraft, so you have to rely on your lights to know when to flare and look at your instruments. And
Eugene
so,
Tower Delta 450 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
No, I don't. I hit that by accident.
Delta 450 airport is 11 o'clock 5 miles.
No, it's not. It's 12 o'clock. Like a mile. Okay, so we are 1,000. Here we are. We're going to get ready to, we're going to slow it down just a little bit to 130 knots. We can even go slower than that. Well, we'll go to 127. Go to 128 knots. Anyway, we're going to get ready to disengage our autopilot. There we are. It is disengaged and it's all us.
500.
So here we are.
400. 300. 200.
We'll arm the spoilers.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Kill the power.
20. 10.
There we go. Ooh, a little bit of a, there we go. Brakes. We have reverse thrust.
Delta 450 turn
We don't
next taxiway.
need reverse thrust anymore. We can turn off our spoilers. And we will turn to our next taxiway, bring the flaps just to 1 because, well, we don't need that. We can slow it down here so we can take our turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Let's see what kind of bullshit
Portable
this
electronic
gives us.
devices for messaging, calls, or internet access
121.7
may
Delta
now be used.
450.
Please make sure that you take all your
Let's see,
personal
we got
belongings
ground,
with you, checking in the seat pockets,
taxi
underneath the seat
takeoff,
and in the overhead lockers.
ground services.
Do take care when opening the
Nope.
lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted
No
until we reach a designated
ability
smoking area.
to request
On behalf of
taxis
the
to the
captain and the crew, it
gates.
has been our pleasure looking after you
These are the
today.
gates,
Our
though.
ground crew will help you complete your
So,
self-loading cargo journey.
It's already
For
got
the
us
latest
going to the
news,
gates
promotions,
anyway.
flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or the official self-loading cargo app. Thank you.
So we will start our turn.
Cabin crew, please set doors to manual.
Yep, set doors to manual. And got this one over here. We can use this one right over here on the left. Set our parking brake and let's see if we can actually activate the jetway. And that is not activating our jetway, so let's Move a little bit forward. To the right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign.
We
Once
might
that happens,
be
we
too
will start
close
deboarding, and you'll be able to leave the
actually
aircraft.
activate that.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit because this should actually activate. We're going to put that there. We'll see our we want to go this way. There we go. And we want to turn to the right. Probably go back a little bit. There's the line. We'll go back. That's probably good right there. Let's see if that actually works. So maybe not close enough. We might have to have the chalk set to activate that. So what I'm going to do is chalks are removed. We're going to set it, and now we're going to actually activate. Come on, let's. And it's not. Gotta love flight simulator, right? So let's see what it says there. Okay, that is not. Can I close it up now? Maybe it wants me further back. Let's see what happens now. And they'll go with that. Let's see what we got here. We'll get it. So let's see what happens here. Maybe the engines are going to be turned off. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see what that is. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our engines off, turn the fuel pumps off. We'll turn our emergency lights on.
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure and the jetway is connecting. You are clear to start deboarding.
I should have requested a GPU.
Route to cockpit. Go ahead. Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please. Loud and clear. Roger. Okay, Captain. Ground power is go. Stand by. We can start getting you off
So we want emergency lights on.
Roger.
And so let's see what happens if we request jetway. No jetway. Isn't that incredible? Maybe they want us way the hell over here. Like this. Let's see what happens. And that's not gonna let us connect the jetway.
Eugene Ground Delta 450. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Delta 450, we can't connect the jetway to the aircraft.
We
Please
can't
retry
connect
later.
the jetway. Let's go to this one. That's a broken jetway. So you gotta love Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was right on the line like I'm supposed to be, but yet the friggin' jetway won't work. That's a error in aligning these two to where you're supposed to be. You should have a broader area to look for. So we're gonna go to this one. to do our shit. And let's see if that's going to allow us to connect the jetway.
Eugene Ground Delta 450. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Delta 450, we can't connect the jetway to the aircraft. Please retry later.
Let's see if that's gonna do it. Nope. No jetway connection. Maybe they want me closer. Broken jetway.
Eugene Ground Delta 450. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Delta 450, we can't connect the jetway to the aircraft. Please retry later.
Okay, try it again.
Eugene Ground Delta 450. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Delta 450, we can't connect the jetway to the aircraft. Please
What is it?
retry later.
It wants it all the way down here or something? Maybe?
Eugene Ground Delta 450. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Delta 450, we can't connect the
That one
jetway to
doesn't
the
work.
aircraft. Please retry later.
We can't connect the jetway because it's broken. Now, is this going to want to connect to my jetway here? Interesting. It's gonna find out that I'm not there anymore. So this one seems to work, so we're going to attach the jetway over here so that the thing is still there we go. That looks good. Let's see how that looks from the outside. That looks good. At least it worked. So, we're good to go. Alright, so we're going to tell deporting requested. Oh, huh. It doesn't think we're at a parking space. But that's okay. So what we'll do is we'll turn GSX off. And then we'll tell them to deboard. So the door should be open. And we will go to the doors and open that. So we'll be using GSX. There it is. And we'll do a quick...
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to wish you a safe onward journey and hope you enjoyed your flight today. Thanks for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, your portable electronic devices must not be used until you are inside the airport. When disembarking, please take care and hold onto the handrails while walking down the stairs.
Lights on.
Please ensure that you supervise your children and for your own safety do not walk underneath the wing.
Engaged.
Thank you.
We don't have the APU. We don't have the APU bleed. We don't need that no more. And we're on ground power. And so it's all deboarded.
Hello.
Hello, Captain. Everyone's offloaded.
See, we had plenty of fuel.
Fantastic landing, by the way. Much appreciated.
You're very
All
welcome.
right, guys.
Call me if you
That
need
was our
anything.
flight. I wanted to test out the SPAD controller stuff, and that seemed to work fine. Everything looks good. And thanks for watching.